All right, day 3, same outfit. So we are continuing to work on creating and understanding equivalent fractions. Now remember, equivalent fractions are when two fractions take up the same amount of space or cover the same distance. Your goal today, I can make equivalent fractions by composing and decomposing fractions. Now we're not talking about musical compositions. We are talking about composing and decomposing with fractions. The 3 takeaways I want you to understand. Composing means combining pieces. When you compose music, you're combining sounds and instruments. So composing, combine pieces. When you do this, your denominator will get smaller, the number will get smaller, and the pieces get bigger. You'll understand that in a second. When you decompose, you take apart your composition, you are partitioning pieces. Remember the other day, partition is to break up into smaller pieces. Your denominator gets larger, the number looks bigger, but the pieces get smaller. Okay, so let's say we have the fraction 4/12. I've already drawn that here, and I have 4 parts. I want to know what the equivalent fraction is in thirds. I see that this denominator of 3 is larger, it's a bigger, or sorry, the denominator is a smaller number. Oh, the denominator gets smaller. So I'm going to compose, meaning I need to combine pieces. Okay, so I kind of can see that there are 3 parts like this. I'm going to use my purple to show you that I'm going to combine all 4 of these fourths into 1/3, all 4 of these fourths into 1/3. Now I have 3 parts. Now I need to see what the same area is with my fraction model when my whole is only in 3 pieces. I can see that 1/3 is equal to 4/12. I composed by combining smaller fraction parts into one larger piece. All right, now let's look at a fraction where we need to decompose. I have the fraction 4/6. The numerator tells me I need to have 4. You can't see, but I'm coloring. 4 colored in. Now I see that my denominator is a bigger number. Ooh, so the denominator gets larger. That tells me that I need to decompose, meaning I need to partition my pieces. I need to break up the fraction pieces I have into smaller parts. So I'm going to start with the parts I already have, which were 6 parts. Not perfect lines, that's okay. 6 parts. Now I need to make 18, but I need to partition each section, each piece equally. I know that 6 can go into 18 if I multiply it by 3, because 18 is 3 times larger than 6. So I can partition each section into 3. Now in this drawing I can do that, oops, vertically like this. Okay, now I have my new whole with 18 parts. I want to know how many 18ths it takes to cover 4/6 of space. I can do that now by coloring in those parts so that it looks like it covers the same amount of area. Now I count my 18ths. 1/18, 2/18, 3/18, 4/18, 5/18, 6/18, 7/18, 8/18, 9/18, 10/18, 11/18, 12/18. 12/18 is equivalent to 4/6. Now, I will give you a picture of how this works on a number line too, so that you could use the idea of equivalent fractions covering the same distance if a number line works better for you and your understanding. If you want to show both ways, that's extra. Great work, mathematicians. I'm excited to see your thinking.